All right, you're welcome once again to Heroic Universal Concept International. This is Heroic Online Academy, where we teach ICT courses and render ICT services. I'm so excited to introduce you to this particular course, Node.js. This is the Node.js course. Okay, a very, very important and interesting course. Okay, I beg you to pay attention, pay absolute attention. This is an online course. Once you pay attention and follow the tutorial step by step, okay, without jumping any video, you watch all the videos and you practice. Okay, don't just watch the video without practicing. You watch and practice. Once you do that, everything will work quite fine for you. At the end of this course, you will be an expert in this course, and you'll be able to use Node.js to create awesome application, and you get a job and make lots of money. Okay, that said, what is Node.js? Node.js is an open source server environment. Okay, it's a platform which allows us to run JavaScript on a computer, on a server. Before the introduction of Node.js, JavaScript it's only used for front end of an application, okay, to build the front end and to make the front end of an application interactive. Okay, so it doesn't have the capacity to interact with the database and the work at the back end. You understand? So before now, if you want to build application, you can use JavaScript to build the front end, then you use another server-side program like a server-side programming language like PHP, okay, or any other server-side programming languages to build the back end. Okay, but now you can actually use JavaScript with the help of Node.js to build the backend without needing any other programming language. So if you learn Node.js, which is quite easy to learn, because if you're already good with JavaScript, it is easy for you to learn because you are using JavaScript. You're only going to learn few things. Okay, with the knowledge of JavaScript, it will be easier for you. So if you have knowledge of the Node.js, you might not need to begin to learn other server-side programming languages, because with Node.js you can actually build the back end and get what you want. Okay, so that said, it helps to read, delete, and update files. Okay, it's used to communicate with a database. Like I've said, okay, you can delete a file from the database, you can read from the database, you can update a file from the database, and all. All right, then. And the amazing part, it is free. It's a free open source library. Then Node.js runs in a various platform. It runs on Windows, Linux, Unix, and all. Okay, then it uses JavaScript on the server. All right. Now, why is Node.js so popular? Actually, it's very popular. Okay, Node.js is quite popular. So if you learn it, you are sure of getting a job and making some money, because most organization will prefer using it. Okay, so if you are an expert in it, you're sure of getting a job and sort of making some money with it. Okay, so it's quite popular. It's popular because it uses JavaScript. JavaScript is one of the most popular programming languages in the world. Okay, in web development, it seems to be the most popular in web development, JavaScript, because JavaScript can be used for web and the mobile apps and even some other devices too. So that is why it's quite popular. Okay, and it's also popular because it's very fast. It runs on the V8 engine. You can use it non-blocking code, so it's quite popular actually. Okay, it has huge ecosystem of open source packages, npm. So if you've made use of packages in the past, what packages can do for you. It simplifies tasks for you. A lot of tasks you wouldn't have accomplished easily in an application. It's a packages, with open source packages, it will be quite easy for you to accomplish. You just have to install the package, then make use of the package to accomplish the task. Do you understand? So the package is just an extension of the function of the functionality of a certain language. Okay, so it's quite great because it has a huge ecosystem, lots of packages. So you can have packages for almost everything you want to do. So it makes it easy for you to create any kind of application you want to create. Okay, so it's popular because it is free. Once something is free, that is going to be popular, right? It's quite popular. We all love free things. That's by the way. Yeah, then I've said this before, it runs on various platforms like Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac, etc. So it runs, since you can, if you build an application with it, you can run it in various platforms. So it makes it quite popular. Okay, now what we will learn? That's a mistake. That is not why, but what we will learn. Okay, let me correct it right now. Okay, and sure, what we will learn. Play. Okay. So what we will learn inner workings of Node.js, which include this the V8 engine, modules, event emitter, the file system, and more. Okay, we also learn creating a web server, routing, express, templating. We're also going to use it to build applications. Okay, so we're going to use the Node.js to build full functional applications. All right, we're actually going to use it to build both mobile apps and web apps. Okay, but if you want to actually learn it to use it to build mobile apps, it means that you have to, if you are learning this course independently, that if you didn't pay for mobile app course, it means that after this course you have to pay for mobile app course so that you learn a full stack mobile app development. Okay, if you also want to use this to build web app and you just paid for this particular, if you just paid for only this course, if you're not paying for a web app and you want to learn it to build full functional web app, full stack web app, okay, or back end, whatever you want to learn, then you also have to pay for the web app. But if you've paid for either web development or mobile app development and you're learning this course along with it, then that's perfect. All right, thank you so much. That said, what you need to know before learning this, before this training, before going ahead with this course, there is need for you to be aware of HTML, JavaScript, and a bit of command line. Yes, the HTML, you need to be aware of HTML so that it will help you when we're talking about templating and the rest. Okay, so you need to be aware, you need to learn HTML, then you need to learn JavaScript, because the JavaScript is the core language we are using for this course. Then finally, you must not know anything about command line, because we are going to teach you everything you need to know in this course, but the knowledge of it will also help. But if you don't know anything about it, don't bother, because everything you need to know in this particular section, the part of command line you need to know to be able to follow along with this course will be taught you here. Okay, that said, then prefer text editor. In this course we are going to use the Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is a text editor. It's a popular text editor for programming. Okay, that's what we are going to use, but you are free to use any other text editor if you are already advanced in programming. But if you are new in programming, to avoid confusion, you better use the Visual Studio Code along with us. If you've not used Visual Studio Code at all, I think I have to give you a head start. Let me just show you a bit about it so that you won't get confused. Okay, so the first thing, if you don't have Visual Studio Code in your computer, you have to install it. So you have to visit code.visualstudio.com. Look at it here, code.visualstudio.com. Okay, then you get to this environment. All right, then you can download. If you are using Windows, download for Windows. Otherwise you can download for Mac, okay, or for whichever operating system you are using. Okay, download it from here. I already have it in my computer. Okay, you download and install. Okay, let me see if I can see the file, so I will show you that quickly. Let me see if I still have the file. Okay, unfortunately, because I actually want to show you the look of the file when it is downloaded. Okay, no harm, let me download it again for you. So let's download for Windows. So when you click here, do you see that downloading? So you wait for it to download. Okay, just not a Visual. Using Visual Studio Code will solve. Will actually help you a lot in the course of coding. You're going to Visual Studio Code makes coding quite easy, because there are lots of automation that help you as a beginner, so you don't get stuck somehow. And it checks errors when you encounter any error. It flag errors for you, okay, so that you know when you need to make changes to some files, to your code. You see it has downloaded. It has been downloaded. Then so we open it. So this is the file here. Okay, this is the file. So what you have to do is to double click to download, to install it. Okay, just double click. When you double click, it will start installation. Then you click on run, then next until you are done on installing it. I'm not going to install it again because I have installed it. All right, but in case if you still have any issue with VS Code after this, if you still have issue, you can contact me. You can chat me. Okay, chat me so that I will guide you further on how to go about it. Okay, in case if you want to chat me, you can chat me at 23480 377 47461. So you can chat me, can get me on this line. All right, so that I will guide you on anything you need to know about VS Code, so that you'll be on the same page with me. But it's quite easy to install. You just click on next until you are done with the installation. Right, thank you so much. We'll continue in the next tutorial. Thank you.